Here's your host, Luke Anderson.
Hey, hey, hey! Happy Friday. Happy Football Friday, all you beautiful fan listeners. Hope you're having a wonderful final day before a 3-day weekend. Oh, it's glorious. Let's check in with the most important man, Jeff Rust. What is happening?
It is glorious, and for most of y'all, it's a 3-day weekend. For some of us, it's not.
Yeah, it's a 2.5-day weekend for you.
Nobody else cares about that, but, what are you going to do?
But you care enough to have bitched about it all week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you have to come in. Because, listen,
college football season for me is bittersweet.
Ducks Saturdays are a rudderless ship without Jeff Rust.
That is
correct.
correct.
There is no way. Here's the
I
thing.
am the captain.
It's not even that you have to come in and be part of it. Without you, the whole stack of cards just comes flattening down onto the table, and there is no Ducks game day.
Yeah.
Who
else is going to push these buttons?
Amen to that. I mean, trained monkey.
Oh, wow. Okay.
An educated dog.
Good Lord, dude.
AI bot.
Wow.
No, I don't know.
Shots
no,
early on.
These aren't shots. I'm asking. I don't know. Who else could do it?
Well, we know Schultze can come in and
Oh,
do this
Schultze
show
can
and
do.
stuff
I
and
didn't
the
know.
other
Okay,
shows.
I didn't know Schultze.
I don't know about Ducks Game Day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because that's a whole thing, man.
Yeah, whole thing.
That is a fast-paced, bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll tell you. What's really fun is that this is part of a big college football weekend. As soon as you're done, you press the last button. You're headed to the coast. So you
Yes.
get to enjoy yourself. So are
Yes.
you at least that part you're looking forward to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
got Monday off, so yes, I get two,
Two and a half.
two-ish
days off.
two-ish, yeah.
Well, and here's the nice thing is you're doing pregame, so we know when
Yeah.
the game starts.
Mm-hmm. I'm out of here at kickoff.
Yeah, if you're doing postgame,
Yeah.
you don't really know, it's
Yeah.
a whole different thing. So
Yeah.
at least you've got the good end.
Out of here at kickoff.
Yeah. Because
And so
things go,
hopefully
because college football games can go anywhere from 2.5 to 7.5 hours.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they can be absolutely brutal.
Well, I heard Swag talking about his Hops game last night that went to extra innings. What did he say? A
4.5
4-hour
hour?
and 16-minute game?
He did count it down to the minute. I couldn't tell
Yes.
you exactly what it was, but listen, I'm teasing that you were bitching a lot. That guy, oh my God, I heard that story like 8 times. And I'm like, oh, I get it. It's really hard to sit and watch baseball games.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what you signed up for there, though, champ.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
know.
he was tired.
Yeah.
He was tired.
It's got to be a nice second paycheck, though.
Whatever. Quick update on the take your pick standings.
Mm-hmm.
This may be the only time it happens for the entirety of the season,
Yeah.
but worth noting. I will give you credit if you want to go in and fill out the pick'em for this weekend. We've got it, and there's a lot of questions on it because we got a couple.
There's a lot on there.
Yeah, a couple spreads that for all the local teams. All the local games are on there, but I put the spreads because let's be honest. I mean, Portland State is on there, but we don't expect them to beat BYU. The spread is 43. The Bobcats of Montana State, 29.5 or whatever it is against Oregon.
Well, and did those Portland State Vikings not just lose to Tarleton State last week, like 40-something to nothing?
Whatever state that you just said there is very good, apparently. Or,
Sure.
I don't know.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you anything about
I don't
Portland
think they're better
State.
than BYU.
One way to find out. Watch the games this weekend. But anyways, we've got the pick'em.
Yes.
So I've decided that if you fill out the pick'em today, go on to at Fan Happy Hour on X and fill it out today. You just won't get credit for last night's games.
Yeah.
I can scrub that. I've got access to the spreadsheet. I'll just scrub it.
There we go.
There is one person out of 17 people that filled out the thing yesterday that has both games correct from last night. That is the Boise State at USF, and it is the Nebraska Cornhuskers playing the Cincinnati Bearcats at Arrowhead. I am the only one that got both games correct.
I was gonna say, what was the old Johnny Carson bit? What did they call him when he did the Amazing Kreskin or something?
Yeah. All right, the envelope says.
Yeah, exactly.
And all right, let's take a look inside here.
I felt very confident in my Boise State pick too. That did not work out.
Everybody did. And not only did I predict that they would lose, I said they will not be the team that they were last year. Listen, there's a lot of season left, and we will see what happens with it. But as of right now, I'm a genius. So luckily we have Monday off because I thought I was going to be wrong on a bunch of picks. I've been actively trying to make more picks this week so we have more material for how dumb Luke is, but that's a Monday bit.
I was going to say, does that mean we're not doing that?
We're not.
We come back on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We can't figure out what stupid stuff you said this week.
I didn't. So far, I haven't said anything stupid. I've tried.
Well,
I've
no.
actively picked against. I picked long shots
I
and
think
upsets.
that is
and all
not
that.
necessarily accurate. You said one thing that did work out.
Yeah,
That
well,
doesn't mean you didn't say other stuff. That
so
didn't.
far so good. So far so good. So maybe it's just the fate of the world that I will
Yes.
get everything right this weekend. So if you want, just go on and
And
copy.
go buy a Powerball ticket.
Ooh, not a
if
bad
that
idea.
happens.
All right, we will get right on that. This weekend looks like it's going to be a fantastic weekend. We've talked a little bit of Texas Ohio State already. That game kicks off at 9 a.m. tomorrow. That is
Yes.
going to be the epic one. What time do you report into this building?
Pregame tomorrow for us. Ducks game day starts at 9 a.m.
Okay, can I
live
just-
from outside Autzen Stadium.
Can I just say that's not the worst time to be here because you can sit and watch the game virtually uninterrupted.
No.
There'll be some people passing through. There's a certain energy of watching sports with sports fans. It's different than watching a big game with your wife and daughters.
Look, selfishly, I would rather instead of being here in this studio
Sure.
with that game on with no sound and being able to only keep an eye on it, I would much rather be able to go home and sit on my couch, Al Bundy style, with my hand in my pants and watch it.
You put your hand in your pants here. I believe we have video of an intern doing that years ago.
Yes, we do.
I think.
Yeah, but he was just screening phone calls. I still need both hands available in here.
So if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, there's a video of an intern that was here
Go
back
Google
in the
it.
NBC sports days.
Yes.
Not only does he get
Well,
caught.
even then, that was before NBC Sports.
Oh, what?
That was when it was still the CSN.
Oh,
the
there you go.
Comcast Sports.
Comcast Sports Network. So he is in the background of the video. He's not producing. He's not doing anything. He's just kind of hanging out back there.
Screening phone calls.
And he reaches down the front of his pants, and then I believe he reaches up to
I think
smell
he gave it a sniff.
Yeah, he gave it a sniff.
He
so.
pulled the old what was it, Sister Mary Catherine Gallagher?
Yeah, very much that.
Sometimes I
but
stick
not
my hands in my armpits and I smell them like this.
wasn't the armpits.
Wasn't the
though.
armpits.
Yeah,
Different pit.
Different
pit.
musty pit. Your other big games. You got. What are your thoughts, Mr. Rust, on LSU and Clemson? This is number 9 versus number 4 in the country. This is at Clemson. It's on ABC, 4 p.m. Tomorrow as well. You gonna give that a little looky, Lou? Are you intrigued at all by Brian Kelly going to Dabo Swinney? Probably the two most insufferable coaches in college football.
I hope you all had a shitty day.
That's Brian Kelly right there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Is that drawing you in? Because this is a pretty good quarterback battle.
I'm
Cade
gonna hate
Klubnik.
watch the hell out of that.
There you
game.
go. All right.
Yeah.
Cade Klubnik, Garrett Nussmeier.
Nussmeier.
Nussmeier. I don't think you can say it.
Is
Just
that the son of Doug?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Who's Doug?
Doug Nussmeier. He was
Well, I assumed it was
a
Nussmeier.
former quarterback. I believe a backup for the old San Francisco 49ers for quite some time.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here.
I don't have my 49ers backup quarterbacks
Let's pull up the old
memorized.
Google machine.
Other notable games that you'll have, number 8, Alabama is at Florida State. That's a 12:30 kick. What?
Doug Nussmeier, also a former LSU Tigers. Oh no, wait, he coached. He was an offensive analyst at LSU. Excuse me.
This sounds
from 2018 to 2018.
sounds oh right.
Yes,
Sounds like there's
also
a connection there.
born in Portland, Oregon.
What? Okay, so is it Garrett's dad?
Yes,
all-
children, Garrett
There you go.
Nussmeier
There you go.
and Ashlyn Nussmeier. I don't know how soon we'll see Ashlyn under center anytime soon, but
Ash Lynn,
yes.
not Ashlyn.
Well, Ashlyn, but
I don't
you
know. You're saying it Ash hyphen Lynn.
Anyway, and I guess he played for the Saints, not the 49ers.
Okay. Well, I definitely don't remember backup Saints
Sorry for that
quarterbacks.
derailment.
No, it's quite all right. Quite all right. Speaking of derailments, if you're listening to this and you are planning to go to the debut of Bill Belichick at North Carolina, I hope you remember the furries conversation we had a couple weeks ago. So it ended up not being a real thing, but there was a post about the TCU quarterback possibly being a furry. And if we can get as many furries at the game as possible, I just think it would be great if the entire broadcast is just going back and forth between Bill Belichick's 26-year-old wife or girlfriend,
fiance, whatever it is.
And then like just the entire TCU student section as furries.
So we got furries and gold diggers.
This is what I want. It's just a dream of mine. Other ranked matchups. The other one is going to be your Sunday game. This will be a 4:30 kick, and that is Notre Dame at Miami.
Catholics versus convicts. That's like I think that has to be my favorite. Like, we can't call it a rivalry, but matchup description.
Yeah, there's a little rivalry juice there. I'm with you. My question for you: Do these matchups lose a little juice knowing, like, Notre Dame lost to Northern Illinois last year and still made the college football playoff? Does it lose a little juice when you see these matchups where it's like, cool, Texas, Ohio State, this is for all the marbles until later when the
until
marbles,
week 4.
or until they both make the playoff and they play again.
Exactly.
Like, because Oregon hosting Ohio State last year was obviously a fantastic game for Oregon fans and the environment in Autzen, and many of the Big Ten analysts that came out for the first time, all the Ohio State fans, said what an environment was in Autzen. So it doesn't take anything away from the experience if you were there, if you felt it, if you're watching it, rooting for Oregon. But then they got a rematch, and it didn't go the same way.
No, it did not.
Not even close.
No, not
and
even close.
And so
that one was over before I made it home.
So do you feel like there is some juice of these early matchups that's kind of lost with that?
No, because I think, look, it's still, even when you get to the, I know. Once you get to the end of the season, sure, yes, you're going to look back and I guess we'll put it this way. So like with this Texas-Ohio State matchup, if it's like, how Ohio State and Oregon went in the playoff last year, if it's that lopsided, then yes, there will be issues. But if it comes down to, if it's within a touchdown or a field goal or something, then both these teams are very well still in it.
Yeah.
And that's, and that's even considering you can still get probably 2 losses on your schedule too and still be able to make it in. You might not have a conference championship tilt under your belt there, but like I said,
games that matter being played are always fantastic.
As long as one of those teams doesn't go out and wet the bed,
hey, you know what?
They should be fine.
You know what? Still kind of fun if they do. It's worth watching just as a bystander.
I would love to watch Ohio State wet the bed.
We had a car flip over in the street right next to the building
today. We could look out the window and see it. It was right there.
Listen, if either of these teams gets housed, we're going to be watching in the same interest of watching a car flip over next to the building.
I want to know how at a near Slabtown near 4-way stop, somebody was going fast enough to overturn a vehicle.
Who knows? We checked all me and Dusty were walking around going, where are the cameras playing?
Exactly. Who's got the cams?
We couldn't find it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to, in case you missed it, the FBI released new documents detailing Major League Baseball's all-time hits leader, Pete Rose's past gambling debts. There was one memo that showed at one point Rose owed $90,000 in wagering losses. Another revealed that a business partnership ended when Rose's gambling reached critical financial problems for him. The funny thing is, if you're really good at gambling, the casinos ask you to stop gambling. If you're really bad at gambling, they just let you go until the FBI is investigating you. We might have gambling set up backwards in this country. There's a possibility that marketing all of our gambling to 18-year-olds is probably not the best way to create responsible adults. Major League Baseball hitters are currently swinging at first pitches at the highest rate since 1988.
Get right the hell out.
The Philadelphia Phillies are leading the way with both Nick Castellanos and Bryce Harper among the leads.
I don't know if we'll be wearing this headset again.
Which is great. They're both among the league leaders in this trend. The Philadelphia Phillies hoping that this is the only trend from 1988 that continues for the rest of the year, considering the Dodgers won the World Series, the Mets made it to the NLCS, and the Phillies finished 35 and a half games back of the Mets. Not a great year for the Philadelphia Phillies. Pretty good.
I was just looking for an applause thing, but I couldn't.
Yeah,
find
like
it on
a
my own
little
page fast
golf
enough.
clap would have been great there.
Yeah.
We'll have to listen. We're starting to work on getting more sound and more sound. Speaking of the Philadelphia Phillies, Kyle Schwarber had a record-setting day, became the 21st player to hit 4 home runs in a game yesterday. But he also left the ballpark and went and did a cameo for the sitcom Abbott Elementary on the same historic night. The show featured Philadelphia athletes from all over. But more importantly, the question that I have for you, is this the best baseball cameo since...
Do you want to know the terrifying truth? Or do you want to see me sock a few dingers?
Ooh.
That, of course, from The Simpsons, or...
Well, I have a little bit of a bias here. I am a noted Seinfeld honk.
I think those sounds were... We need to get those a little bit louder, but
Yeah.
all good. That's Keith Hernandez from The Simpsons. But yeah,
Well, from Seinfeld.
or Seinfeld.
Yes.
From Mark McGuire from The Simpsons. Keith
There we go.
Hernandez from there. Immediately when I heard baseball cameo, I go, let's hit some dingers. If you remember that episode, it's the MLB is spying on everybody, which is fantastic.
Yep.
All right, let's kill the music because I want to hear this one because this is absolutely fantastic. If you have not heard, there are clips of Jerry Jones and Michael Irving have been talking about Micah Parsons all week, but they've been calling him the wrong name.
The other thing that I would like to say is I firmly made a commitment to Michael this spring. Micah.
Michael Parsons, hey, look, you can report all you want. There's no way they're allowing Michael Parsons to go anywhere.
When you have the kind of extraordinary pass rush that Michael had,
Are these guys idiots? Or
Well, so it's only fitting that you tossed to that, calling him Michael Irving.
Irvin.
Yes.
Are
I'm
these?
assuming that was on purpose.
Yeah, of course. And Jeremy Jones.
Yeah, it's all
Are these guys idiots, or did they just try to pull off the greatest swindle in NFL history? Did they trade a guy named Michael Parsons to the Packers?
See, now I think that Jerry honestly does not know his actual name. I could see that.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I think he thinks it's an abbreviation. He just goes by Micah, but his real name, his given name is Michael.
So I honestly believe Jerry doesn't know.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're
Michael
good
Irvin,
with that.
sure. This goes back to 2 years ago, the Raiders in the NFL draft.
Yep.
They got the wrong player.
They took what was it? Byron
His name
Edwards?
was Byron Young.
Oh, Byron Young. That
Yes.
was it. Yeah, I did look at this.
Yeah.
They took Byron Young and then realizing that they took the wrong player.
Yeah.
Because they took a end from Tennessee.
The Raiders selected Byron Young, the defensive tackle from Alabama, but the other Byron Young, who turned out to be a Los Angeles Rams Pro Bowl edge rusher from Tennessee, he was drafted just 7 picks later.
Yeah. So good job. That's a very Raiders thing to
That
have
is
been done.
so, yeah. Just like they said on the Disney Channel, that's so Raiders.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we need to go to the Daily Buzz. We do it next. This is Happy Hour on 105.1 and the Fan Sports Network.
Headlines, trending topics, and trivial matters that got our attention. It's the Daily Buzz on the Fan Happy Hour.
The Buzz.
Here's your host, Luke Anderson.
All right, Seattle Mariners were off yesterday, but they will start a road trip tonight. They are going to be traveling to Cleveland. You've got a 4-10.
I'm sorry, those Eddie Vedder drops just tickle me.
As they should. Well, listen, when your team wins the Vedder Cup, you got to be excited about it. And if we get the timing right on this, anytime you mention the Seattle Mariners, you just need to recognize that they are the inaugural Vedder Cup champions. Exactly. But they will be traveling to Cleveland, so you've got a 4:10 start tonight. This starts a 9-game road trip. You have mild weather in Cleveland, just at 500 or right around there for the Cleveland Guardians. But then you go to 2 below 500 teams at Tampa Bay, at Atlanta. You'll get a little hotter, stickier weather, but you get worse teams. The last road trip did not go well. This is a second 9-game road trip in the last couple weeks for the Mariners. Hopefully this one goes better than the 2-7 exhibition they put on last night. If you're curious where they sit in the standings, the Houston Astros keep winning, the Royals keep winning, the Red Sox keep winning, and the Yankees keep winning. So they are sitting 2 games back in the wild card from the Yankees, 2.5 back of the Boston Red Sox, and 3 games ahead of the Royals. They're still 2 games back of the Houston Astros as well. One more quick Mariners update. The outfield. What?
Sorry, it's just not old yet.
You're okay. It won't ever get old, at least in my stupid little brain. Seattle Mariners outfielder Victor Robles, his suspension for throwing a bat in his AAA rehab was reduced from 10 to 7 games. We move over to college football. You okay?
No, I'm not.
All right.
I'm wrecked.
LSU is playing Clemson. We already talked about that. LSU's safety, A.J. Halsey, will be suspended for the first half of the season opening game due to a fight at the end of last season. The funny part about this report is I think everybody forgot about this until Clemson reminded the NCAA. So he's suspended for the first half because he was ratted out by Dabo and company, which I absolutely love.
That's perfect.
Nebraska had to remove a tweet after beating Cincinnati last night. They put up a tweet that took the engagement photo of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift and replaced Mr. Kelce with the mascot from Nebraska. So his name is what? Herbie the Husker?
Sure.
Whatever he is. If you get a chance to look up the photo, they did a real nice job. You were talking about Muppets earlier. This guy looks very Muppety. But they had to take it down because all the Swifties got mad.
Oh, I bet, dude.
Just absolutely
ruining
good fun. And some of the memes floating around about the Nebraska. One of my favorites was put yourself in 2018 and somebody tells you that the first public appearance after Taylor Swift announces her engagement is at a Big Ten football game between Nebraska and Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Watch people's heads explode.
It was at least it was at Arrowhead.
No, yes, but 2018, you didn't know she was going to date Travis Kelce. You didn't know any of this would happen. And she, just the drama around her life. So all of the things are absolutely fantastic. If you're curious about how much firepower you're going to get from Oklahoma State in a couple weeks when they travel to Eugene, an update from sources at ESPN, Oklahoma State's starting quarterback, I don't know if he's any good. His name is Haas Henge.
If his name is Haas, he better be.
He suffered a broken bone in his left foot and underwent surgery. He was sidelined for multiple weeks, so they are elevating a guy named Zane Flores to the starting position. So you won't have to worry about Haas. You just have to deal with Zane, which I just wanted to say that because those are pretty dumb names. But that's your Oklahoma State Cowboy update. One more before we get to the update. Kind of a surprising move, but Walker Buehler has had a terrible season for the Red Sox, including a ERA up near the ozone layer and a move to the bullpen. But he's been released so they can bring up Peyton Toll, who is one of their top pitching prospects. So just keep an eye on the Red Sox and everything that they're up to. Or if you want to give Walker Buehler a chance and you want some help with your bullpen or your rotation or whatever it is, we'll see if he gets snatched up. All right, that's everything I got for the buzz. I don't have anything. I don't have anything else about the Mariners. So let's go over to the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk and see what we missed.
Well, first on the fan, let's do this first.
Let's do it.
This is brought to you by Coastal Farm and Ranch. You work hard, and
the farm and the ranch?
Coastal Farm
and Ranch. Okay.
Yes, both of them.
Okay,
both of them. You work hard, and right now, Coastal has Labor Day deals to save you money on workwear, pet care, and more. There has been a ton of movement in the Texas-Ohio State betting line. The Buckeyes were an early 3-point favorite for tomorrow's tilt at the Horseshoe, but in the last 24 to 36 hours or so, it moved to Texas minus 1.5. That was as recently my goodness, I'm ahead of myself. As recently as this morning. But wait, there's more. Now apparently back to Ohio State minus 1.5. What does it all mean, Basil?
Well, I did hear that the original line movement was based on a guy that was unrecognized by the casinos, so not one of the sharps. And then it moves that far, and the sharps went, okay.
Is that because he walked in a trench coat and sunglasses? Is that why he was unrecognized?
No. Listen, I had a buddy, and we'll probably have him on because he's a comedian that I'm very fond of. We'll probably have him on for one of our fan club Fridays, but he used to run money for gambling outfits. So he was one of those guys that had a big wad of cash and was like, the line just moved at Caesars, and they would put him out there. So we'll talk some of those stories in a fan club Friday coming to you soon. But actually, right now, we need to get to a fan club Friday. We're going to talk with Martin Meany, who's going to be at Helium this weekend. So let's get out of here.
So, of course, that means more sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff
60.
Rust. Well, 60 minutes, sure. I mean, all right, whatever, man. I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Your home for Seahawks football. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
It's a simple job, okay?
Today's guest may not be qualified, but they care way too much. And that's what matters.
Make us happy, monkey.
Here's your host, Luke Anderson.
All right, welcome into the fan club. We are joined by Martin Amini, a comedian. We'll be at Helium Comedy Club this weekend. Martin, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you got a couple shows, right? So 2 tonight, Friday, and then 2 tomorrow on Saturday?
That's right. Yeah, 5 shows this weekend at Helium Comedy Club.
Cool. Brought you on for a couple things. We can obviously talk a little bit about your comedy, but for the first time in a long time, as a Commanders fan, you guys are like looking forward to the football season. Is that an accurate statement?
That's right. Yeah, it's uncomfortable to know that we actually have a good chance at winning the Super Bowl. So it's been a long time coming. Thank God we have a quarterback in Jaden Daniels, and these are all very new feelings I'm feeling right now.
I assume you grew up in Maryland, D.C. area, right? Okay, so you were probably a fan, I'm guessing, when RG3 came through, won Rookie of the Year, and then.
Yeah, we got one good year, and then it went back to depression pretty fast. He got that super tragic injury, and then I think we got Kirk Cousins for a little bit,
yep.
and they got really awkward with his contract, and then we got back to depression with no quarterbacks until Jaden.
I don't know a ton of Commanders fans. So
okay.
I grew up, I'm a Seahawks fan, grew up in Washington State. And I remember when I was a little kid, I was like, oh, Washington has a team. I'm from Washington. This will be cool. So I would root for the Redskins a little bit. And then I turned 6 and realized that, oh, Washington, D.C. is a place. And it was a whole thing. So then my dad was always a Seahawks fan. And then I just eventually became a Seahawks fan. For you, what was it like going through all the name change? Because you guys got to be the football club for a little while. Trump wants to bring back the Redskins.
That's right.
Just walk me through that whole story, man, because it's quite the saga of having one of the worst owners ever, depending on how you feel about it, maybe one of the worst names ever.
Yeah, I mean it's all around bad. I mean, there's no way you look at it where there's no really silver lining to how much. I mean, maybe there is some silver lining, the fact that he was so bad that he got kicked out.
Yeah.
That's how bad you have to be as an owner for the NFL to kick you out, which is you got to, it's a different level of bad. So yeah, maybe it was a blessing that he was so bad that he got kicked out after 30 years. And then we got this new great owner in Josh Harris, who's also a local guy. With the name stuff, it was very, when you're losing and you're and your team is really bad, the name of the team doesn't really have that much of an impact because you're already watching a bad team.
Yeah.
So it's it's probably for the best we change our name because it was like anything to make us feel different.
Gotcha. That's a good way to look at it. Did you like the football club, or are you like Commanders? Because people went back and forth on that.
Yeah, I mean, the football club, it kind of had this European soccer team vibe,
Yeah.
Which was in the beginning it was weird to say it out loud, but then as time went on, it was kind of cool. But then it didn't have any identity. There was the mascot. The Commanders in the beginning didn't feel good, but honestly, after beating Detroit in the playoffs and making it to the NFC Championship, everything sounds good.
Yeah.
When you're beating teams and you're the Commanders, man.
Yeah.
It has a nice little ring to it.
Call us whatever you want as long as we're winning.
I think winning cures everything, honestly.
Hey, man, I 100% believe that. So we're talking with Martin Amini, a comedian. He's going to be on this weekend. 5 shows. So first show, you got 2 Friday, 2 Saturday, 1 Sunday. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about your comedy. So I'm watching. There's this little dating game show that they have at the U.S. Open that's happening right now. And it made me think of you because I just started watching. I'd seen some of your comedy, but I went on to your website or YouTube page. You are a matchmaker at comedy shows. Like, tell me a little bit about that and how it came to be. Like, tell our audience what it is, because I've seen it. Maybe they haven't.
It's honestly evolved. I mean, what happens is like my show is traditionally a stand-up comedy for the first 30, 40 minutes. But what happened is I think with the dating apps and the dating scene has become so bad where people have resorted to coming to my show to find love. I mean, it's like dating is on season 3 years ago. It was just really depressing and really bad. And now people kind of like they like coming to the shows. They like coming on stage and seeing if I can find them a match. And we've had a lot of success in the past year on tour. And it's really fun. It's very interactive. We do a lot of crowd work at the shows. But yeah, you'll get like 30, 40 minutes of traditional stand-up. And at the end, the last 20, 30 minutes, we do go into the crowd and find people who are single and they come on stage and yeah, sometimes, you know, they hit it off and we get to see like people find love in real time. It's really.
How did it start? Because I did stand up for off and on for 12 years. And at one point it was my full-time occupation. At other times I really wanted it to be. And then I ended up doing this radio thing. So I've done my fair share of shows where they were going well or they weren't going well. But at no point I was like, let me see if I can just find two people out here and put them together. How did that pop into your head?
Yeah. I think just by doing crowd work on tour and just like finding out like, you know, who's like, I think a few situations where people were like, they were supposed to have dates that didn't show up or they got broken up with that day. And you're like in the crowd's like, you could just hear this like audible, like, "Aw." And then I'm like, hey, you know, you're here at the show. Let's, you know, maybe we can, you know, we could bring you on stage and find you someone. And we did. And I think that went viral. And then all of a sudden people started like, Martin, help this person out or help that person out. And it just kind of evolved. And I was, you know, I had a very good winning percentage on, you know, and so I think when you're doing like, I never planned on it, but I think I was just so good at it. And once I got married to my wife a few years ago, I think that because a lot of my material is based on being in a relationship and learning about being a good husband. And so people really gravitated towards like, you know what, Martin, we trust Martin. You know, he's like our Indian auntie. Let's see if he can. And so it's just, yeah, it's evolved. It's very non-traditional, but it's, I mean, when you see two people come on stage and they hit it off, it's so cool.
Yeah. And do you ever get people following back up? Like, have you seen a couple that you put together at a future show?
Oh yeah, I've gotten like messages. I've gotten pictures of dates. I'm still waiting on that wedding invite, but I have a feeling it's going to come soon.
Have you ever been ordained and performed a wedding ceremony?
Not yet. That's something I've thought about, but then it's got to fit in weddings into my tour schedule. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah, no, I get it. I've done a couple weddings for family and friends, and it's pretty funny because it's a whole different type of crowd to go up there and do that. So you are a matchmaker. You're a Commanders fan. You're also a business owner. You have what is it? Room 808.
That's right.
In DC.
We opened a comedy club in Washington D.C. in 2021.
Wow, what a time to open it. Was that just coming out of the pandemic and nobody was on the streets?
It was actually during. It was during the pandemic.
I guess it would have been.
But it was a time when a lot of venues were being shut down in Washington, D.C. And a lot of the places that, you know, that were institutions, places where comics like myself would go and work out and get some, you know, work on new material, they were no longer open. And so I felt like someone had to do something about it as far as keeping the tradition alive here in D.C. in the community. So yeah, took out a loan and opened up, and now functional Monday through Saturday, and we get some really cool headliners coming in every once in a while.
That's pretty awesome. How big's the room?
It holds 60 at the moment, so it's like this intimate spot.
You said at the moment. It sounds like you have plans to expand.
Yeah, we're working on that right now. A few things in the works, so we should hopefully be double in size in the next year or so.
That's pretty great, man. Congratulations on that. Congratulations on the wedding. So for anybody that has never seen your traditional stand-up comedy, what's kind of the vibe if somebody's coming out and wants to hear you just do your stand-up?
Well, the best way to sum it up, the name of the tour is I'm Not Toxic, I'm Healing. So it's based on, I'm a kid who grew up in the 90s, and a lot of the things that, you know, we learned in the 90s, apparently in 2025, it's inappropriate. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of just talking to the young generation, like, hey man, I'm not saying we're right, but just be patient. So it's a lot of stories from growing up in my childhood with immigrant parents and discussing how things have evolved, and it might be inappropriate, but give us time to heal.
That's right. Yeah, we're I'm not inappropriate, just learning. I'm growing
Yeah.
as a person, evolving.
Yeah, I'm evolving.
Yeah. I can dig that. Do you and so the DC area? Do you guys care about college football at all? We're big, like we're the home of the Oregon Ducks out here, and we've got college football. But I go to the East Coast. I know anything north of DC, there's no love for college football. Do you guys care about college football at all?
I think we got don't we got Marcus Mariota? Isn't he Oregon Duck? Is he a
You
Duck
know
guy?
it. Yeah, absolutely. Heisman Trophy winner, only Heisman Trophy winner for the Oregon Ducks. You got it.
Yeah, he's our backup, man. He's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, as far as college goes, back in 2000, I want to say 2001, the Maryland Terrapins basketball team with coached by Gary Williams.
Yeah.
That was like our Juan Dixon, Steve Blake,
Oh, yeah.
Lonnie Baxter. That was like our squad.
Oh, you just made friends with all the Blazers fans out here. We signed Steve Blake like 17 different times to be a Portland Trail Blazer. So you're making friends. Smart move.
Yeah, well, Steve Blake, he's the man. He's an OG, and yeah, he's a tough guy, man. Very talented dude. Maryland Terrapin. But as far as like colleges goes, yeah, like I feel like we had our heyday like decades ago, like Georgetown Hoyas, back when they had like Allen Iverson.
So yeah,
Alonzo.
you're going all basketball. I was gonna see if you want to make any picks on this weekend's college football games that people can come to the show and heckle you if you get them wrong. But sounds like
Who do you give me some teams? I'll see if I can.
well,
pick
I'll
the
tell
right
you.
team.
I'll tell you the biggest game of the weekend is going to be Ohio State, Texas. It's number 1 and number 3 in the country. That's the big kickoff tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. So that's the big one.
Who's the quarterback for Ohio State right now?
Ohio State is a guy named Julian Sayin. The start, and Texas, it's Arch Manning, grandson of
Arch Manning.
son of Cooper Manning. So yeah.
Yeah. I think Arch Manning is he's destined for greatness, and you can't go against destiny. So I'm going Texas.
All right. So if you're listening to my voice and you want to show, you want to heckle Martin for being right or wrong, if you high five if he's right, heckle him if he's wrong, or if you're single and looking for love, you need to go to his show. So what time are the shows?
Shows are going to say 7 and 9:30 Friday and Saturday, and 7:30 Sunday. Or you can go to my website, martinamini.com, for all the details on the show times.
And helium.com to buy tickets. Martin, I appreciate you joining the show, and best of luck to you. If I have time, maybe I'll jump out there, but I'll bring my wife, so you don't need to match us up. So we should be good.
Oh, there you go. All right, man. Thank you again, Luke.
Yeah,
Take care.
absolutely. All right, that was Martin Amini. He's going to be at Helium. We've got one more for the road. We do it next on 105.1 and the Fan Sports Network.
Relax, hot shots.
Welcome back to the Fan Happy Hour. We're about to wrap things up.
Maybe you guys like what I have so far?
Wicked woman, cool creams and misters. You gotta go spell me.
Let's grab one more for the road.
Come on, everybody. Everything's smooth.
Here's Luke Anderson.
All right, I made the offer earlier, but if anybody wants to jump in on the take your pick from yesterday, we'll just scratch out the first 2 games that were played yesterday, and you can pick all of the college football games. See if you can catch up to me. Only one with a perfect scorecard after both games last night. It includes almost entirely college football. Next week will be a ton of NFL. But as long as the baseball season is going, we will keep the Seattle Mariners on there. Anything on the text or chats that caught your attention there, Mr.
Yes, give me a second. I need to scroll back a touch here. Hang on here. the Jerry Jones and Michael Irvin, referring to Micah Parsons as Michael.
Yeah.
Don't lean on them too hard. You just called Michael Irvin Michael Irving.
Yes. We know.
And then going back also to the old Tonight Show when I could not remember Johnny Carson's character when he did that bit, when I called him, it was Kreskin and whatever.
Yeah, that was not right.
Apparently it was Karnak the Magnificent.
That's right.
Karnak puts the envelope against his head, and then here we go, quote unquote, Mount Baldy.
Yep.
What did Mrs. Yul Brenner do on her wedding night?
Hey-o.
And of course, Ed McMahon loses it. You know.
Yes.
You are correct, sir.
All right. Your last thought of the week. I went into the eye doctor yesterday, and I don't know if you've ever had this. You get these narratives that you build into your head.
Because my glasses are so far off.
Are they? Mine were actually, I was very happy mine were right on. Don't have to change the prescription much. But you ever have these narratives about your own, yourself that you've kind of always run with?
Yes, I take anxiety meds, so of course I do.
Okay. Okay. Well, one of the things that I've always had is my right eye is pretty much worthless. I cannot see out of my right eye.
Okay.
So when I get my glasses,
problematic.
It kind of is. But I always thought my eye was bad, and I was sitting there talking to the doctor, and everybody goes, "Well, why don't you try to get LASIK for it?" Mm-hmm. So then,
LASIK isn't for everybody. Not everybody can get LASIK, right?
Yeah. Well, turns out my eye is perfectly healthy. My right eye, fine. Mm-hmm. My brain never started using my right eye. And I'm like, and so I asked the gal that's like doing like the checkup. She's like the doctor's assistant or whatever. She goes, "Oh, it's not your eye. It's actually the connection between your eye and your brain." And I go, "Wait, so there's nothing wrong with my eye, just my brain is ruined?" And she goes,
"So you tell me my brain doesn't work right?"
So she goes, No.
Great.
She goes, "Your left eye is just so good." And I go, "Oh, that sounds likely."
Right.
So the doctor
lipstick on a pig, lady.
That's what I thought. So the doctor comes in, and I go, "Okay, I need you to explain something to me." Because my narrative has gone from I've got a worthless right eye to my brain doesn't work, but she's trying to tell me it's my left eye. So the guy walks me through the entire story, and he goes, "Here's the thing: when you're a kid, your brain will automatically take whatever's easiest, the path of least resistance, and it will develop its necessity around that."
Gotcha.
And so he goes, "There's actually some truth to when you were a kid, your left eye, nearly perfect. And if your right eye even has a little bit of a flaw, your brain will just keep connecting the synapses that make it work better." So the new narrative that I have, and I tried to explain this to my wife, my right eye not bad, my brain not bad, I've got a super left eye.
Yeah, see,
I've got a super left eye. So
for me, it's just my wife telling me that my brain doesn't work right.
Well, yeah, I listen, originally I thought that's what it was. So happy day for the narrative about it. But if you go and talk to your doctor long enough, they can turn an ailment into a superpower. So find a good doctor and stick with them. Thank you very much to Martin Amini for joining us for the interview. If you have a chance to go to Helium tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday, thank you, Jeff Rust, as always. And of course, thank you, Isaac Ropp. We're all done for now. Bye-bye.
Check engine or ABS